everyone. It actually feels like a family reunion. So I'll ask permission to first I could call people by their first names. It was actually an important milestone for our team, representing both Rizza and GXI, to be renewing our partnership with RBAP. Last month, we witnessed the inauguration of the new directors and officers of RBAP with Mitch at its helm, and we were presented by fantastic growth rates and the strong overall performance of rural banks at the end of 2007, with upward trajectory still being maintained in the first 6 months of this year. And I think Mitch summarized some of those statistics for us in his speech today. Initial indications also point to even better opportunities for rural banks and their customers despite a higher inflation environment in the Philippines today. That to me is real leading indicator that the efforts of RBAP and the respective rural banks to strengthen the micro-enterprise sector has already borne fruit, and in fact has grown strong roots to withstand temporary uncertainties. Over the span of 4 weeks since the inauguration of RBAP's new directors and officers, many programs, new partnerships, and renewal of existing ones, such as the ones we are witnessing today, have been lined up by RBAP. This ability to implement major programs and activities one after the other is really commendable. More power to the results-driven efforts of Mitch as the head of RBAP today, and to the members of RBDFI who are strong supporters and movers of the many programs just ready for execution. And of course, the members of this group were past rural bank presidents. So there will be continuity in the programs, and new programs will be pushed further. In another few weeks, I believe another significant event, the Rural Banking Week, will be held, or again will be celebrated by the rural banking community. And we congratulate everyone involved in advance for this success. We are happy to be a small part of your big success. And we hope to continue contributing to extending your reach to your customers and offering technology, low-cost technology, as a means to increase the efficiency of your operations for better margins, and again, that hopefully will translate to more capacity to serve more customers. We also applaud USAID, headed by John L. versus John O, so I will call you John L. and Tess, who are behind the renewal of the MABS program for another 5 years as an extension of USAID's pledge of support for the microenterprise sector. We believe that MABS is a fundamental cornerstone in the combined efforts of RBAP and GXI in addressing the lower socio-economic groups in our country, both in the past and in the future. Over the past 3 years, RBAP, MABS, and GXI have done a lot of business development together. What seemed to be a daunting task 3 years ago has now become a revolutionary tool. Mobile banking, as we know it today, has been proven to be an efficient technological banking solution for lower income segments, converting many unbanked customers to bank clients with access to financial services. Various discussions, strategy thinking, implementation details have been combed through, and I'm proud to be a witness to the bearing fruit of all these efforts. Today, over 40 rural banks are accredited with GXI, utilizing one or more of the GCash services integrated with their own banking products. In addition, it is nice to know that RBAP's mobile banking applications running through GCash, such as text-to-payment, text-to-deposit, text-to-sweldo, text-to-withdrawal, text-to-remittance, are well-established brands by themselves in rural banking communities, and as you mentioned, John L., globally. So visit a rural bank community today and you will see a robust increase in micro-entrepreneurs like tricycle drivers, sari-sari store owners, carinderia operators, and even ukay-ukay store owners, whose businesses are actually thriving thanks to the efforts of the rural banks. And again, we are proud to have contributed, even if we were attributed to a mere fraction of this success of yours. But John O. versus John L., Mitch, Francis, General William, Sunny, Vivian, Omar, Tess, and John L. I hope you will agree with me that the success of the partnership between GXI through our platform GCash with MABS, RBAP, and the various rural banks is all due to the heroic efforts of our respective teams. So let me start with our ecosystem manager, Apple, who's the real pioneer in this partnership and will continue to be the flag bearer for GXI in this effort. Our product group head, Paulo, is also the real inventor of many of the big variations around our core GCash system and how GCash products could be integrated with rural banking operations. Marley, our sales group head, who travels in all parts of the Philippines from north to south, east to west, covering all nooks and crannies to make sure implementations are working. Second to the last group but not the least is our marketing group head, Richie, who actually holds all our marketing money and more often behind the scenes but gets all the ads, placements, and merchandising and other funding requirements flowing through the projects. And the last is really his team, who supports him to make sure that everything is executed, is James and Karen, who's here with us. Now, that's half of the equation. On the MAB side, how could we have gone far without Melly, who's not here today, but represented by Tonton and Nixon, and Cheryl as well, really devoting hours and hours of hard work and blending rural banking as their personal advocacy. John O's core team, combined with his leadership, I believe is the real secret to all the success of the MABS program and its positive effect on rural banks. Personally, it had taken me a year and a half as head of GXI running GCash to visit rural banks, and another year to further visit more locations. The strategy was to send a team to stay in touch and was also working with the to get working, get news to be tweaked, and get strategies to up. Not really close because it was remote myself earlier on. My team would come back to me and we said, from scratch and no marketing money, limited funds, etc., etc. What I have realized is that they were actually getting free weekly vacations to beautiful places where rural banks operate. Unbelievable. The farther you are, the more beautiful place the Philippines is. And by the way, I was born in the Philippines, live in the Philippines, and these places have real pots of gold, or should I say gold mines at the end of that rainbow. The scenery and the natural resources are abundant, the food is superb, and the hospitality is unparalleled. No wonder the MABS RBAP account is highly bidded for in GXI. And if you can see, our whole team is here. This is actually the team that is supporting rural banking, and it gives you a sense of how serious we are in terms of moving the project forward. So I think I've spoken enough, but I have a closing two short paragraphs. In closing, we at Globe and GXI hope that through low-cost banking technological solutions we offer, we have done our share in improving the efficiency and productivity of rural banks. Over the near term, we hope that GCash can continue being an enabler for growth for the micro-enterprise sector, as well as your partner for various programs addressing this sector. And in the process, we are able to contribute to the realization of RBAP's 2010 vision of becoming a full-service institution for community banking in Asia. Today, as we formalize another phase in our partnership, Globe and GXI would like to assure you, our partners, that GCash will continue to innovate and provide mobile banking solutions, which will drive the growth of not just the micro-enterprise sector, but on a national level, support rural economic development. Maraming salamat.